Gaming here with another Bible series video here. I'm going to go through Genesis 11 through 14 today, and hopefully we can learn something from it. This is from the Old Testament, from a long time ago, y'all. Let's read this. At one time, all the people of the world spoke the same language and used the same words as the people migrated. To the east, they found in the land of Babylon in silence there. The bridge says to each other, let's make BRICKS and hit them with fire. In this regard, going bricks were used sections of stone, and torn was used for martyr. Then they said, come, let build a great city for others with a tower that reaches into the sky. This will make us famous and keep us from being searched all over the world. But the Lord came down to look at the city in the tower. The people were building, looking. He said the people are uniting and they are speaking the same language. After this, nothing they got. To do will be important for them. Come, let's go down and confirm the people with different languages, that they won't be able to understand each other. In that way, to understand each other. In that way, the Lord scatters them all over the world, and they stop building the city. That is why the city was called Babylon, because that is where the Lord confirms the people with different languages. In this way, he scattered them all over the world, the earth, what we call it today. The line of this is from some to Abraham. This is the ashes of Solomon. 2 years, the great flood. When Solomon was 100 years old, he became the father of Abraham after the birth of Abraham, living others for 500 years, and had other sons. And when Abraham was 35 years old, he became the father of, after the birth of Solomon, living others 403 years old, and had other sons and daughters when Solomon was 30 years old. He became the father of Abraham after the birth of Solomon, was other 403 years old, had other sons and daughters. When Abraham was 334 years old, he became the father of, after the birth of living others 430 years old, and had other sons and daughters. When Poen was 30 years old, he became the father of Reu after the birth of Rein, living others 209 years old, and had other sons and daughters. When Reu was 32 years old, he became the father of, after the birth of Reu, lived 207 years and had of sons and daughters. When Ser was 300 years old, he became the father of Nebuchadnezzar. After the birth of Nahor, Ser lived 200 years old and had other sons and daughters. When Nebuchadnezzar was 29 years old, he became the father of Terah. After the birth of living other 119 years old, and he of his sons and daughters. After Terah was 7 years old, he became the father of Abraham, Nahshon, and Haran. This is the ashes of Terah's family. Terah was the father of Abraham, Nahshon, and Haran. Sorry, these names are hard to announce. Was the father of Let, but Haran died in of the land of his birth. While his father Terah was still living, mother of Abraham in Noah birth. The new of Abraham wife was sown, in the name of Nahshon's wife was much. And her sisters of Isaac was daughters of Noah, brothers, but Sarah was unable to become pregnant and had so many kids. One day, Sarah took his son Abraham, his daughter-in-law, his son Abraham wife, and his graduation let his son Abraham child and move away from of the cloud. He was heading for the land of Canaan. But the supper had heaven in, so their Terah lived for 25 years old and died while still in heaven. Harrison. That's the end of number 11. Let's start number 12 today. The Lord had said to Abraham, leave your native country, your relations and your father, and go into the land that I will show you. I will make you into a great nation. I will bless you in making you famous, and you will be a blessing to others. I will bless these who bless you, and cause these who threaten you with CONTEMPT. It's hard to announce for me. Sorry about that, y'all. All the families on earth will be blessed through you. So Abraham departed as the Lord had instructed. Wait with him. Abraham was 75 years old when he left he took his wife, Sarai, his nephew Lot, and all his worth, his livestock, and all the people he took into his household at Haran, and held for the landlord of Canaan. When they arrived in Canaan, Abraham traveled through the land as far as there he sat upon camp beside the oak of Moreh. Sorry, I am having trouble reading. At that time, the area was invisible by Canaanites. Then the Lord appeared to Abraham and said, I will give this land to your descendants. And Abraham built an altar therein, declared it to the Lord, who had appreciated to him. After Abraham traveled south and set up camp in the hills country, with Bethlehem to the west and Ai to the east. There he built other altars and descended it to the Lord, and he worshipped the Lord. Then Abraham continued to travel south by Strum towards the Negev. At the time, as servants format sought the Lord of Canaan, Abraham to go down to Egypt, where he lived, as he was adopted the border of Egypt. Abraham said to his wife Sarai, Sarai, looking, you are a very beautiful woman. when the Egyptians see you, they will say, 'This is his wife.' Wow. Kill him. Wow, that's sad actually. Then we can have her. So please tell them you are my sister. Then they will spread my life and turf me well because of they're interested in you." And sure enough, when Abraham arrived in Egypt, everyone noticed Sarah beautiful. When the place officially saw her, they sung her praise to their prince. Their king in Sarai was taken into his palace. Then Pharaoh gave Abraham money gifts because of her sleeping goats, calves, male and female, donkeys, male and female, servants, and camels. But the Lord sent terrible plagues upon Pharaoh and his household because of Sarai, Abraham's wife. So Pharaoh summoned Abraham and asked him, "What have you done to me? Why don't you tell me she was your wife? Why did you say she is my sister? And all me to take her as my wife. Now then, here is your wife, taking her and get out of here." Pharaoh ordered some of his men to escort them, and he sent Abraham to the land of Canaan, along with his wife and his possessions. Number 13. Y'all, I enjoy reading out to these, but this is based on the true stories of the Bible from a long time ago. So Abraham left Egypt and traveled north into the Negev along with his wife and all that they owned. Abraham was very rich in livestock, in gold from the Egyptians. They continued traveling by stages to Bethlehem, and they purchased their tent between Babylon and at Ai, where they had kept Campedbefore. That this was the same place where Abraham had built the altar and there has worshipped the Lord again. Lot, who once traveled with Abraham, had also become were flocks and of sheep and goats, hundreds of coats, and many. But the land of not supported both Abraham and Lot's with all their flocks and hens, living too close together, so broke between the handsome of Abraham and Lot at that same time were also living in the Lord. Finally, Abraham sent to Lot, "Let not allow these kafirs to come between us, or out of handsome men. After all, we are closer. The whole countryside is open to you. Take your choosing of any spot of the Lord you want, and we will sleep altars. If you want the land to the left, then I will take the land on the right. If you perfectly the land on the right, then I will go to the left." Let's take a long look at the plains of the Jordan Valley in the distance of Zoar. The whole was well wanted everywhere, like the gardens of the Lord of the beautiful land of Egypt. This was before the Lord, Sodom, Sodom, and governor. Let's choose himself the whole Jordan Valley to the east of them. He wants there with his flocks and servants and with his uncle Abraham. So Abraham slated in the land of Canaan and left move his tent to a place near Sodom in subtle amount the cities of the plains. But the people of these areas were Extremely walks and continued sin against the Lord. After Lot had gone, the Lord said to Abraham, look at as far as you can see in every distance, north and south, east and west. I am giving this land as far as you can see to you and your descendants as a promotion, and I will give you so many directions that looks like the distance of the earth. The connection, he continued going on a walk through the land in every distance, for I am giving it to you. So Abraham moved his to the Hebron in settled near the oak grave between to Mamre that he built other altars to the Lord. Number 14. About this time where broke out in the region, King Amraphel of Babylon, killing Arioch of Ellasar, King Omar of Elis, and King Tib of Gomer against King Babylon. It's getting serious, actually. Absalom, King Breset of Governor, Kings of Abraham, King of Zeboim, in the king of Bela, also called Zoar. The second group of kings joined forces in Sodom Valley, that is the Valley of the Dead Sea. For twice years they had been subject to a king, Kedorlao, but he, the 13th year, they rebelled against him. Once a year, lots of and his allies arrived in Defeated, the rabbis, at Ashtheroth, Karnaim, Zugites, at Hams, the Ammonites at, and the Hebrews at Mount Sinai, as far as Ei, person at the edge of the wilderness. Then they turned back and came to Enmishpat, now called Kadesh, and covered all the territory of the and also living in Hazor. Turning then the rabbi kings Sodom, Gomorrah, Adam and blood, also called Zoar, for battle in the valley of the Dead Sea. They forgot against King Kedorlaomer of Elam. Sorry, y'all. I'm just putting all this out for y'all. Babylon and King Arioch of 4 kings against 5. Also, it happens the valley of the Dead Sea was filled with terrors, Pits, and as the armies of the kings of Sodom in Gabberfield. The rest escaped into the mountains. The victory then Pots Sodium in Gomor Rush had for home taken with them all the spoils of war. In the flood split they also captured a lot of Abraham's nephews who lived in the Sodom and carried off everything he owned. But one of less men escaped and ripped everything to Abraham the Hebrew, who was living near the oak graves, belonged to Mamre, and has resolved Eschol and Aner. Abraham alliance. When Abraham had heard that his nephew Lot had been captured, he mobilized the 318 trained men who had been born into his household. Then he posted armies until he caught up with them at Dan. There had divided his men in attack during the night. Kedorlaomer armies fled, but Abraham chased them as far as Hobar north of Damascus. Abraham recovered all the goods that he had been taken, left with his possessions and all the women and other captured. Now I'm going to read Melchizedek, blessing Abraham. After Abraham returned from his victory over Kedorlaomer and all his allies, the king of Sodom went out to meet him in the valley of Sodom. That is the King Valley. And Melchizedek, the Lord King of Salem and of God Most Highest, brought Abraham some bread and wine. Melchizedek, bread. Bless Abraham with these blessings. Blessings be Abraham by God Most Highest, great of heaven and earth. And blessed be God Most Highest, who has defended your enemies for you. Then Abraham gave Melchizedek a truth of all the goods he had recovered. The king of Sodom said, "No, Abraham, give back my people who were captured, but you may keep for yourself all the goods you have recovered." Abraham replied to the king of Sodom, "I solemnly swear to the Lord God Most Highest, creator of heaven and earth, that I will not take so much as a single thread or sandal through from what belongs to you. Oh, otherwise you might say I am the one who made Abraham rich. I will accept only what my young warriors have already eaten, and requested that you gave a father share of the goods of my allies." Aneschol in memory. That's 11 through 14, y'all. Thank y'all for watching this, and I will see y'all in the next bit. It's going to be 15 through 18, I believe. 15 through 18. I will see y'all later. Oh, goodbye.